So yeah, welcome back to my channel Glam Up with Ritika, and for those who are new to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video you will get the notification. And today I'm going to talk about a new item which has launched in India. I am so very excited to share my experience with you guys on this item, and it is none other than the eyeshadow palettes which Morphe has launched in India. So I got this palette from Nykaa. It is not a sponsored video, guys. I bought it with my own money, and this palette actually retails for 1700 rupees, and this looks something like this. It's really gorgeous. I really like the packaging, and it actually matches with the name, that is Sunset Bits. So this palette has 18 shades, and it is also written over here, that is 18S. And yeah, so this is the box like I showed you, and it is written over here that 18S Sunset Beats, 18 shades for golden moments. And they have also mentioned the ingredients in that this palette behind the box packaging. So I'll just put the link from where I've got this palette in the description box below. If you want to buy it, you can go and check it out. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. So guys, I'll just open the box and I'll show you how the palette looks, and also how the palette looks from inside. So this is the palette. Here the name is written as Sunset Bits. I hope you can see it. And once I open this palette, it has plastic sheet like this on which the names are written. This is actually a con for this palette, that the shade names are not written over here, which might have been better. So I never use this sheet because it's very troublesome, but for today's video I have actually mentioned the names of all the eyeshadows. As you can see, I've already applied, but I'll obviously insert the clips after the introduction, obviously. Yeah, and there I've actually mentioned my honest reviews while I started using these shades on my eyes. And this is the first day I've tried this palette. It actually arrived to my address yesterday, and this is an extremely new launch. Like I think 1 or 1.5 weeks back they have launched, and it was available in Nykaa, so I got my hands on it. And they actually have launched some other products as well, I think foundation, concealers, and also beauty blenders. You can go and check them out as well in Nykaa. And yeah, so let's talk about the palette a little bit. So yes, as you can see, these are the shadows, all the shadows. There are 18 shadows in this palette. So I will just swatch some of the shades on the back of my hand to show you. And if you are not interested in seeing the swatches, I'll just mention the timestamp somewhere right here from where I've started my application. So you can just skip to that part and you can check out the application. Okay, so let's go with some of the shades, and I am not mentioning the shade names right now. When I'll apply the eyeshadows in that clip, you will get to know the shade names. So here I am very fond of, I guess I'm very keen towards this particular shade. It's a more you know, it's a brownish, I think the perfect very perfect, I think nude brown shade, which can go on an everyday look. You can see how, and this actually is very buttery, extremely buttery. I really like this shade, really liked it a lot. You can you use this particular shade for a daily wear purpose. So this palette actually, if you can see, consists of some nudes, some browns, some oranges, some reds, and some mauve colors as well, so which is a very good plus point. I really like this. There have been a lot of the different shadow palettes, but I thought actually I have palettes in that color range, so I actually grabbed this one. But I am thinking of purchasing another one. Maybe not now, maybe after 2-3 months, I don't know. But that palette is also really good. I mean, like how it looked, it's really good. So please let me know if I should try that one too. So yeah, after this I am going to try this deep orange shade. This is also really nice and very smooth, guys. Extremely buttery, very buttery, not chalky at all once I'm applying this on my hands. So yeah, and I am also going to try, there is a sparkly maroon shade over here, so it looks something like this. This is also very buttery, as you can see. I think most of the shades are buttery, guys, not bad. And let me try out this golden sparkly shade. Okay, I'll just show you the shade. This is the shade I'm trying out. Yeah, it can be a very good highlighter for the top of your lid, and maybe also you can apply it over here a little bit. So as you know, you can obviously use your eyeshadow palette, the glittery shades in the palette as your highlighter if they are not very chunky. And the last color which I'm going to swatch, let me just swipe out two because I don't have any more fingers left. So yeah, let me try out. There is a glitter shade over here. I'm very excited to try this out. So I don't know if you can see. Yeah, this is the shade. Okay, sorry, I don't know if you can see this shade. This is how it looks, and it's really glittery, guys, and very buttery. It's not like the other shade, either like other glitters in the other palettes. I have almost like 3-4 palettes from Makeup Revolution. They have their glitters, but they are very chunky. Actually, you have to work really well. I don't actually you will get to know actually how this glitter shade has turned out, but on my hand it's swatched really well and there were no fallouts basically. So yeah, so these are the shades. You'll just get to see how they have performed on my eyes once you start seeing the clip. So yes, let's go on to the application and let's keep on moving. So guys, I have brought you closer and I am going to start with the shade is All Light, which is the lemon yellow shade in the palette, this one if you can see. And I'm going to just put it up on my crease with a bigger blending brush. I'm just dusting off the excess. So it has a little bit of fallout, and as you can see, I have not wearing any makeup because I don't want those fallouts to be on my makeup. So once I'm done with my eyes, I'll get the entire makeup done. So just wait for it and bear the bare face. So I'm just starting on my crease with this, as you can see, and blending it really well. And like I told you, most of the yellow shades in almost all of the eyeshadow palettes are not very much pigmented. But it's blending really well. So now I'm taking this shade which is named as the Orange Sky. This is the lighter orange shade in this palette, and on a flat and bluffing blending brush I have taken this shade, and I'm just going to put it a little bit onto halfway to the crease. Done with the orange shade, and the next color which I'm going to use is known as the Sunset View, which is a taupey brownish shade, and I'm using the same the same brush to just intensify. And I don't know how I can show it to you. See, there is too much of a fallout. It is everywhere when I'm just moving my brush around on that color. I'm going to take Sunset Glare from this palette, and not Sunset Glare, sorry, Sunset Flare is the shade name, and this is this shade which has a little bit of shimmer like I showed you when I was showing you the shades and swatched also on my hand. So that was really good. So I'm just taking more of a fluffy flat brush, and I'm just going to focus it onto the outer V and a little towards the center, but not on the crease line, but towards my lower upper, very close to my upper lash line. I think this is don't mind this portion because it's just concealer as the base, so I will just wipe it with a wet wipe after it is done. And I think this actually, the name really goes with it. It is the Sunset Beats palette. I think it's really looking like a sunset, and once I'm planning to do a cut crease today, so once I do it, I think that will look much better. So I really liked it, and the shadows are getting applied really smoothly, which I like a lot. It's very buttery. I don't find them to be very any of the shades which I've used till now, I don't find it to be very chalky or anything. Taking back the same brush for which I used for my orange and the brown shade, I'm just going to smudge and blend all the shades together a little more so that there are no harsh edges. So guys, as you can see, I've already done my cut crease, and I am just going to make one difference today. That is, I'm going to use a glitter glue on one of my eyes. Yes, I'll just start the application now. So it has become tacky, and I'm going to use the shade Sunburst, which is this one, like I showed you during the swatch. Brush with which I use the deep maroon color. I am just going to take this shade probably. So this shade name is After Dusk, and just taking a very small quantity, just a tiny bit. I'm just going to outline a little bit into the deep mauve shade in the palette, which is this one, the deepest mauve shade. I'm just going to blend out a little more. I actually tried to use most of the shades in the palette so that I can find out how they are really working, because I don't know after this in which video I'll be using this palette. So guys, as you can see, I am back with the entire face of makeup, and I have got a base for my lower lash line as well. Shadow along with the yellow one. Shade, this is known as the Moonrise, and I'm going to take it on a very a little dense fluffy brush, and I'm just going to highlight the inner corners. So guys, this is the finished look, and I'll give you a close-up of both the eyes, how this eyeshadow look has turned out before finishing off the video. But let me just give you some pros and cons and the final thoughts about this palette. So as you already saw that the eyeshadows actually blended really well on my eyes, but two cons for me was all the shades which I used today had a lot of fallout, which I really didn't like, and the glitter shade has too much of fallout once you use it only on your bare concealer or whatever base you are applying. It can be a primer or a concealer, whatever you may choose. But yes, please do use a glitter glue when you are applying this glitter shade. It's very buttery, which is a pro for me, but yes, very much of too much of fallouts. So yes, these are my thoughts. I think the palette is really good otherwise. For that price point, I think very good blending capability of all the shades. Though I did not use all the shades, I think the others will also perform like other matte shades as well. And the glitter, I mean the sparkly shades, I liked really well, so they were very good. And yes, if you have liked this video, then give it a big thumbs up. That will really help me. And please do mention in the comment section below what next item you want to see me try and review for you guys. It's all for you. I have bought this new palette because I really wanted to show you. I think there have been only 2 or 3 videos on this palette till now, because it has newly launched in India, like I told you. So yes, till then, please take good care of yourself, and yes, bye bye till next video.